watch any of my videos, you know I got a lot of hats. But today we're going to be talking all about why you only need one hat this fall and winter and what you need to be paying attention to in order to make sure that it is a lasting one. What's up, all you good fellow fly guys? It's the Cat in the Hat, your resident fly guy, your chief architect, Michael Andrew of StarArchitects.com, here to help you align your image with your identity so that it always leaves a lasting impact. Now, as you can see, I ain't got my rings on today, or my watch. I'm sorry, I'm a little off today, but that's because today is Mad Hatter Mondays. We're going to be talking all about why you only need one hat this fall and winter. Now, no, this is not my fall hat on because it's still hot in the mug down here in the south, but I do know that these temperatures are going to get a little bit cooler, and I'm not going to lie. I'm super excited about that. So today we're going to be talking all about why you really only need one fall and winter hat and what to pay attention to when it comes to those things. Now, if this is your first time rocking with me, this channel is all about the whys behind style. So we still will have the how-tos, but we're going to be focusing on your consciousness, the construction of said item or concept that we're talking about, and the communication that it ultimately will provide you. So if that sounds like something that you would be interested in, then please consider subscribing. I would love to be a character in your lifestyle story. If you have already subscribed, like my man Shorty, you know I appreciate you, then now all you have is one more thing left to do, and that is hit that notification bell, and that way you will be notified each and every time new content comes out. So as these degrees begin to drop, you step outside and you have on your cool little jacket, your nice cords, and maybe some boots on. You still need to cap off your ensemble, yes, the pun was intended right there, with a nice crown. Now, when we start talking about the anatomy of a hat, you'll understand what the crown is. But essentially, the crown is you separating yourself, you elevating yourself from the masses. Now, back in the early 1900s, every guy was wearing a crown. Every guy was a king of his own space, was standing on his square. And I hope that at some point we will get back to a modicum of that, because a lot of guys will tell me, Michael, I can't pull off a hat. And the reality of it is they just haven't found the right hat for themselves yet. So hopefully, as we explore and go on this journey together, you will start seeing all the different nuances and different types of hats that you can get, and then you will find the right one for you. But today we're going to be talking specifically about the mindset. So why you only need one hat? Well, the first thing is when you are thinking about the consciousness, once you find the right hat for you, then it's much easier for you to move throughout the day. You'll start finding that that one hat can go with a plethora of your different types of ensembles, especially if you've been intentional about the type of hat that you're looking for. Is it a little bit more casual, a little bit more formal? Is the brim going to be a little bit wider? Is it going to be a little bit more stingy? Is the crown going to be high or low? All these different types of things will speak to something a little bit deeper, and it will also speak to your intention behind what you are purchasing. So that consciousness will then lead you to make quality investments in the construction. Now, we're going to be talking about the different types of felts that you can get, the different types of options that you can have on the hat once you make the purchase. But the bigger component here is paying attention to the qualities and the quality of the hat. Now, I was just talking to you about the length of the brim. Is it going to be a rolled brim? Is it going to be a finished brim? When we start talking about the notions and the finishings of the ribbon, of the different accoutrements that are going to be added to those different types of things, all these qualities are going to speak to the quality of the hat. Now, when I first was getting started, I had some cheap hats, and the reality of it is they are still with me, but they haven't stood the test of time. Many of them are, dusty. They didn't retain a lot of good qualities, but part of that was also because I wasn't taking care of the hat properly. And it was because I spent $40 or $50 on it. So I didn't think about the type of investment it would be to maintain that. But when I spent $200 on a hat, you better believe that I asked the person who sold it to me how to properly take care of it. And I've done so since then. And it is more of an investment on the back end to just make sure that things are clean, make sure that the item is stored properly. All of these different types of things, which we'll talk about in future videos, are going to be important. And the more you make the investment, the more likely you are to ensure that you are taking care of what you had to spend some money and some time on. And lastly, when you put on a hat, there is something different about how you move, especially when that hat is right for you. When you are walking through a crowd, people tend to see you differently. Those people who are in your way might bow out a little bit and move to the side so that they can observe how you are moving. You tend to move a little bit slower. You don't have to talk as much because people are genuinely more interested in you because of how you are presenting yourself. And that is because you have taken the time to put inside of your mind finding the right type of crown for you. And we all know that the only people who wore crowns were kings. So you may be a little bit more of a rakish king, a benevolent king, a charming king, or an engaged king. But in any situation, you're still royalty, and you should present yourself as such. So if this information was beneficial, I want you to put 100 in the comment box. Make sure that you give this a thumbs up. You know it helps the channel to grow. Share this with a friend. You never know. It's going to be some guy out here searching for a hat for the fall. You're going to need this before he makes that purchase. And above all, don't ever forget that dress is nothing more than the expression of a man's state of mind. So you, yes you, even without my ring, should always dress to express. I'll see you next time. Peace.